A journey into the harsh world of laundry in the Middle Ages. Doing laundry in medieval Europe was far removed from the technological conveniences we enjoy today. There were no electric washing machines, detergents, or hot water flowing endlessly from taps. So, how did women, especially in rural areas, manage to clean their clothes amid the daily hardships of life? The answer to this question is crucial not only to understand the social structure of the time, but also the daily struggles of women. Laundry in the Middle Ages was not merely a matter of hygiene. It was a complex ritual that reflected household economy, social roles, and the visible labor of women. For these women, washing clothes was much more than just dipping fabric into water. It was a combination of physical strength, patience, knowledge, and social interaction. But where was this washing done? What materials were used? What difficulties did they face? In towns and villages of the period, rivers, streams, or water sources in the courtyards of homes were the primary places for laundry. Women often spent long hours in the cold river water. Have you ever wondered what natural substances they used to remove stains from their clothes? Or how did they manage this task during the cold winter months? These unknowns add to the mystery behind one of the most basic yet challenging daily chores of the Middle Ages, laundry. This labor, carried out with women's own hands, was not only about personal cleanliness, it also had a direct impact on their family's honor, their social status, and relationships within the community. So much so that doing laundry sometimes became a social ritual, creating opportunities for solidarity and conversation among neighbors. However, the techniques, materials, and rituals involved are barely documented, sparking continuous curiosity in modern readers' imaginations. This first act invites you into the world of medieval laundry, hours spent in cold water, natural cleaning materials, and the patience and endurance of women. But what you don't yet know, the challenges they faced and the detailed techniques they used to clean clothes, will be revealed in the next act. So, how did women navigate this difficult process? What tools and methods did they use to clean their clothes? The answers await you in the following section. Laundry techniques and women's struggles in the Middle Ages. In the cold and harsh environment of the Middle Ages, women developed creative and resilient techniques to clean their clothes. Back then, laundry was both a physical and mental challenge. With no electricity or detergents, the natural resources and women's experience shaped the entire process.
Women would usually head to rivers or streams early in the morning, while the air was still cool. Although cold water wasn't particularly effective at removing stains, it was the primary cleaning agent. The actual cleaning, however, relied heavily on physical strength, scrubbing, rubbing, and pounding the clothes by hand. To make this process more efficient, women often slammed garments against wooden boards or large stones to dislodge dirt and grime. But aside from water and brute force, what other methods were used? Natural soaps, substances made by mixing animal fat with ash, had begun to appear during this period. Especially important was the alkaline residue derived from wood ash, which helped dissolve stubborn filth. In addition, certain plant-based fibers and herbs like soapwort, Saponaria officinalis, were used as early natural detergents. These eco-friendly, readily available materials played a key role in the laundry process. Yet laundry was not only a physical and chemical task, it was also a social one. Women gathered while doing laundry, sharing both the workload and daily news. These communal moments eased the burden of this demanding chore. Still, the difficulties didn't end there. In the winter, rivers would freeze and the icy water could leave hands numb and red. Some women would try to soften the garments at home by soaking them in water warmed near the hearth, though hot water was a limited resource, usually reserved for smaller items. Drying was another critical step. In poorly lit indoor spaces, laundry dried slowly, which could lead to mildew and unpleasant odors. Women worked hard to find suitable drying spots. Sometimes garments were hung high on tree branches, other times they were placed in the warmest corners of the house. These techniques and routines were part of everyday life, yet they also revealed the resilience and wisdom of women. But there was another layer to this difficult process.
The mastery women developed in laundry was not just about cleanliness. It was a subtle art that helped preserve family dignity and social standing. To understand how they maintained this balance and skill, we must move on to the third and final part: women's labor, social roles, and the legacy of laundry in the Middle Ages. In the Middle Ages, the process of doing laundry went far beyond cleaning dirt from fabric. It was a vital aspect of women's roles within the household, their place in society, and the respect they commanded in their families. This task demanded not only physical endurance but also patience and social intelligence. It was a complex, often invisible ritual of daily life. The hours spent on laundry were an indispensable part of women's daily routines and often took place in spaces secluded from the outside world, domains where men rarely entered. These spaces were not only for cleaning, but also for the exchange of knowledge and experience, where social bonds were strengthened. While washing, women would pass down practical skills and natural cleaning methods from generation to generation, reinforcing community solidarity in the process. Despite the difficulty of the task, women took pride in their work. Clean, fresh-smelling laundry was not just about personal hygiene. It was a symbol of family honor and respectability. In contrast, dirty or foul-smelling clothes were seen as a social stain. That's why, even with limited resources, women did their best to master the art of laundry. Looking back today, the physical hardship and labor intensity of doing laundry in the Middle Ages offer deep insight into the living conditions and societal roles of women at the time. In the comfort of the modern world, we have lost much of this knowledge and experience, which once highlighted resilience, creativity, and the importance of communal ties. And perhaps most striking of all is that the skill and determination shown by these women in what might seem like ordinary tasks is part of a shared legacy among women across cultures and throughout history who have faced similar struggles. Behind the seemingly simple act of washing clothes lies a powerful story of resistance, solidarity, and joy in survival. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay with us on this journey. Let's keep uncovering the secrets of the past together. Hit the bell icon so you will be the first to know when the next episode drops.